Hey there folks, I'm Angel, and this is a Makita power planer, but this is a tapered dovetail mortise and tenon joint. This is a sliding tapered dovetail tenon, and it was made using this jig. This is the connection that you're going to see in a lot of the commercial online timber frame kits. It's just going to be this dovetail that slides in and locks in. So this is another option to have in your tool chest. This is a pretty good connection for a post and beam connection. This also works for a drop-in, so if you had a mortise over here, you could drop it in like this. So like for joists, this is going to be pretty good for your pergola builds, gazebos, pavilions, even floor systems of cabins. This is a pretty beefy joint. This is one of the jigs. This is the mortising jig. And here is your tenon jig. So these two go together. They are tuned to use exactly the router bit that I have in the description. So there's a router bit and a bearing combination that needs to be used simultaneously to use this jig. And the reason is that there's an offset between these two that matches that router and bearing combination precisely. So make sure you check the description for links to this product and to the router bit that I use, the bearing that I use, and even the router that I use. On the back there's a scale. So you can see there's a couple numbers there. So this piece comes off. So on the back of this tenon jig, there's a scale that goes 1 through 6. And that's roughly to the depth of the tenon that you're gonna get. This jig is gonna allow you to make a tenon that's a maximum depth of 6 1/4 inches. Space in between these is an inch. This piece on the back is a reference. So if you can slide it into those holes right there, it clips in, and there you go. Now I'm at the number 3 position. The cool thing is that this piece on the back has 2 configurations. One is perfectly flush with that line at the bottom. The other has a spacer. So if you want to get somewhere in between the 3 and the 4, you can use that 10mm spacer. For the mortising jig, it's the same exact thing. This piece on the back comes off, and it has the same scale, 1 through 6. So if you're going to do a number 4 mortise, then you're going to use a number 4 tenon. Another neat thing about this is that there's a bunch of screw holes for you to be able to anchor it down. So yeah, you're going to have some screw holes on your posts, but that means that this jig is not going to go anywhere. So it's made out of plastic, PETG, and it's used with a router, right? So this is relatively durable material. It is UV resistant. However, it's not heat resistant. So if you leave it in your truck and it starts to deform a little bit, just set it flat, let it cool down a bit, and then it'll be perfectly fine. You can see there's only one channel for you to run your router through. You're not putting as much wear on your router bit. You're not creating that much sawdust. You do have to remove that material for this tenon to be exposed. So that means that you either have to come back with a circular saw or a hand saw and be fairly accurate for you to get a nice flush cut. And then you're not going to be creating as much sawdust. I think of it as a win. This guy creates tenons that are 6 1/4 inches tall and about 3 1/2 inches wide. Super versatile tool. Hope you guys like it, and if you have any questions on how to use it, please let me know. I'd love to give you guys some more information. See you next time.